never off the table.
So amazing.
The View, weekdays only on ABC.
Oh, Frank. I love you, dear. I love you till China and Africa meet, till the river jumps over the mountain and the salmon sing in the street.
Frank? You're so far away. I don't think you even heard me come in the room.
Hello, Dee.
How are you today? Is there anything new?
Ed came in a little while ago. He said the swelling's down, the pressure on my spinal cord is reduced.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I should be able to move, fairly certain. If I'm going to, ever.
Oh, you will. I know you will. Look, you're not going to stay like this. I have some pictures of little John. You want to see them?
Sure.
He misses you. Now, he didn't say that, but I can tell. Look. Great.
He looks great. I wish I could see him.
Well, I thought I might try to smuggle him in here, but I don't think we should take the chance. You know, there are a lot of diseases in hospitals.
Yeah, well, maybe they could get me over to the window and you could hold him up out in the street.
I will. Sure. Frank?
Yeah?
I went to confession. To Father McShane, and I told him everything about us. About everything. Look, I had to, Frank. I told him about you and Jill. And I told him how I tried to punish you, you know, in little ways. Like not taking care of the house. And I told him, I got so upset on the staircase that I pushed out at you, and your feet got tangled and you fell.
What did he say?
Well, instead of letting it eat me up and being jealous of Jill, I should try and concentrate on you and little John and our marriage. And I should try to figure out how I failed so I can try to improve.
I don't expect you to change, Dee.
Oh, I will. Look, Frank, if it takes me 50 years, I'm going to make this up to you. I promise you.
I know you mean well.
I do. I do. Can't you see? I mean, I feel different already.
What do you mean?
Well, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I took a bath, and I did my nails, and I put my face on, and put my hair up, and I got a new dress. You know, it's been a long time since I've been so together so early in the morning.
Look, Dee, you're gonna have to understand something. We're past the point where things can be put right by just turning over a new leaf. Now, I said I wouldn't say anything about you pushing me down the stairs, and I said I wouldn't do anything until I find out how much I'm going to recover, but there's no commitment beyond that, Dee. None.
Look, there's some time, and I know I'm going to prove it to you.
Dee.
Look, there's going to be a change in me. I mean, it's not just my dress and a new hairdo. That means more to me than it does to you. So, I'm going to be much more responsible about money.
That will be a change. How do you mean?
You'll see. I really have this terrific idea. Just wait.
People are talking about John and Natalie on One Life to Live. Marla Hipsher-Stewart posted on Facebook, "I want to know who's the daddy of Natalie's baby. The wait is driving me crazy." Don Morrow says, "I think John will be there for Natalie regardless of the paternity." Joanna Marino adds, "I just hope he remembers how much he loves her and how many lies he has told her, so he forgives her quickly." But Chandrika Brock says, "I hope John is the father. He deserves a child." People are talking about One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Don't you just love how long it takes to straighten your hair? Don't you just love the split ends, creases, and heat damage? Of course you don't. That's why a team of expert stylists have designed the most innovative new hairstyling tool that's faster, easier, and gets you better results than you ever dreamed possible. Introducing the amazing InStyler rotating iron, the only tool that beautifully straightens while adding insane body and shine at the same time. It's the #1 rotating iron in the world. Flat irons crush and burn your hair between two hot plates, causing serious damage. But the InStyler combines a rotating heated cylinder with precision-aligned bristles. This breakthrough design separates each shaft individually so they're evenly polished, straightening your hair without crushing or damaging it. And because it's polished instead of pressed, your hair retains more body, more volume, leaving it gloriously soft, smooth, and shiny. But that's just the beginning. The InStyler's patented design works with any kind of hair and allows you to create elegant curls, fantastic flips, and outrageous volume. You'll look like you just walked out of the salon every single day. You've seen the InStyler featured on The View, E! News, Fox News, and all over the world of beauty and fashion. Just listen to the buzz. Our tool of choice? The InStyler. The hair accessory of the moment. The InStyler really works. I love it. Can't wait to get your own InStyler? Well, now it's easy. Call this toll-free number or go to getinstyler.com, and you can try it for 30 days for only $14.99. That's right, you'll be styling your hair like a pro in no time for only $14.99. But there's only one way to do it. Pick up the phone and get started on the easiest, fastest, most fun way to get salon style at home in a fraction of the time. You know you've wanted to try the InStyler, and thanks to this special offer, there's no stopping you now. Call now, or for even faster service, go to getinstyler.com.
Hello, Bucky.
Seneca, hi. Hey, I heard you were back in town.
Yeah, listen, you got a minute? I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah, well, I was answering a page.
No, that was me on the page.
Oh, how are you? I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, well, I guess under the circumstances, I'm all right. Listen, Bucky, I know how close you are to Nell, and I don't want to put you in an awkward position. But there's some things I have to know.
Okay.
Now, I assume you've heard I'm coming to Riverside Hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not sure in what capacity.
Well, we haven't nailed down exactly what the position's going to be yet. I also assume you've heard about Nell and me.
Yeah.
Now, Bucky, I've come east for the sole purpose of trying to figure out what's gone wrong, and I've run into a stone wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something that Nell isn't telling me. Something is wrong somewhere. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
What does that mean, that, yeah?
Well, I guess I was sort of agreeing with you.
About what? Now, what's going on, Bucky?
I don't know what's going on, but I agree that there's something wrong. At least that's my impression.
And what gives you that impression?
Well, her whole coming back to begin with, I mean, I was really surprised when she told me she'd left you because you survived so much together that, I thought it was one marriage that would last.
I'm not even going to ask you what you mean by surviving so much together. But how was her coming back funny?
Just the way she did things.
Well, what things? Funny in what way?
I don't know. Well, she just didn't seem to be quite herself. She had some disagreements with some of the staff people. I mean, that's not like Nell at all.
And what else?
She seems in such a hurry about everything.
Anything more?
She's certainly upset about your being here.
Yeah, well, she's got a reason to be. But that's not what I'm after.
Look, Seneca, I don't know. I mean, I'm worried about it, but I don't know.
Bucky, is there anybody on the staff that she might have confided in? Is she close to anyone?
Well, she got off to a terrible start with Dr. Coleridge, but they seem to be getting along better now. Maybe he can tell you something.
Has she seen a lot of them outside of the hospital?
I'm not sure. Oh, I think she said something about him going with her to help find an apartment. Oh, listen, Dr. Coleridge is a really nice man. Why don't you ask him?
Yeah. Yeah, I just might do that. I'd like to find out more about him.
Oh, he's okay. And I'm sure he'll be really proud to have you on the staff.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Bucky. It's just possible that I'm gonna cramp his style.
Good. Very good.
Oh, boy, my legs are weak.
Yeah, you've been in bed a long time.
Yeah, my back is pretty tender.
Well, you just let me know when you're ready to rest.
Yeah, funny you should mention that. I want to rest.
Okay. Oh, no twisting and no bending, remember?
All right, all right.
Okay, but you can lean against this wall.
Yeah. We'll hold each other up.
Yeah, and you do that, and you won't hurt yourself, okay? Now, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, I promise I won't leave town. Oh, Mrs. Ryan.
Yes.
Oh, how's your husband today? Any better?
Yeah, a little.
You've been around the hospital a lot. Frank's a lucky guy.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Hey, listen, if Frank can't run this year, why don't you fill in for him? Then all those Ryan buttons wouldn't go to waste.
Oh, I couldn't do anything like that.
What?
You know, I'm not smart enough.
Now, whatever gave you the idea that politicians are smart? Now, I've known some who couldn't find a loaf of bread in a bakery. Not that they couldn't locate the cash register.
Frank is the only politician in the family.
Yeah. Well, if you ever change your mind, you can count on me for backing. You know, a girl like you on the city council, be a welcome change.
That's very nice of you.
Listen, if you're embarrassed talking to me because it might not be good for Frank, it's okay. You just go on about your business.
Oh, well, I gotta go soon.
You know, some days I sort of regret the reputation I built up. They tell me that in some circles, it's not exactly the best.
No.
So, even when I'm for somebody, public endorsement from me, no help.
No.
Yeah, that's why I haven't said anything. But Frank's a good kid. And I'm all for his getting better and making it. And I look forward to seeing you as Mrs. City Councilman.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to see it for Maeve and Johnny. They're good. And they always have been.
You know, Frank wanted this so much,
Yeah.
you know, before the accident. But, hurt the things, you know, I don't think he still can do that.
Listen, Mrs. Ryan, let me tell you something off the record, okay?
Sure.
If Frank ever needs anything to get better, I mean, something his family can't manage, you come to me and I'll see to it. Oh, I'm talking about money.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Now, nobody would ever have to know where it came from. I know how to be a good friend.
Well, that's very generous of you.
And if you should ever need anything, the offer goes for you, too. Remember that.
I'll remember that.
I hope you won't be too shy about asking, because I'm a man who gets great pleasure out of doing things for the people.
You know what I think?
What?
I think you're a very nice person.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I really gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, you're really right about what you said. If some newspaper man walks in and he sees me talking with you, you know, I don't think that would be too good for Frank.
Yeah, sure. Was it okay if I walk you to the elevator?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I've seen you around, of course, but I've never had a chance to know you. Oh, I feel like I'm making a new friend.
Thank you. Look, are you all right?
It's just my back bothering me some, but I'm okay. Here, I'll ring for you. Oh!
Wow, that was some service. Look, I gotta go now, but
Yeah.
I'll remember what you said, okay?
Yeah, you do that, huh?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Clem! Dr. Moultrie!
Nick? Okay, good.
I twisted and something exploded in my back. Oh, it's on fire.
We're gonna get you right back to your room. Come on.
Oh, easy, huh?
Yeah?
Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I get for...
For what?
Never mind. Oh.
What do you do when the person hurting you
You make me feel worthless!
is your own father?
Shoot me. I dare you.
Then,
This is Bodhi's baby. You deserve to know the truth, John.
just when she's ready to confess,
Will you marry me?
watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
For the worst allergies, I want a product with the best decongestant. My choice is clear, Claritin D.
Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer for allergy congestion relief without drowsiness. Get Claritin D at the pharmacy counter.
Live Claritin Clear.
What's the difference between eHarmony and dating sites? Only eHarmony matches you on the deepest levels of compatibility. And to help you find the love of your life, you can now try eHarmony free for 10 days. Announcing eHarmony's biggest free communication event. 10 days to connect with your compatible matches with our guided communication. It's eHarmony's biggest free communication event. Friday, December 3rd through Sunday, December 12th. See the difference compatibility makes. Visit eHarmony.com today.
My doctor said most calcium supplements aren't absorbed properly unless taken with food. He recommended Citracal. It's different. It's calcium citrate, so it can be absorbed with or without food.
Also available in small, easy-to-swallow petites.
Citracal.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. You know her as General Hospital's Emily and Rebecca, but now Natalia Livingston is moving to Salem on Days of Our Lives.
How can I stay away?
On One Life to Live, Brandon Buddy is saying so long.
This is the right thing to do.
While Terry Colombino is Landview's newest resident.
That is amazing.
Daniel Cosgrove returns to All My Children as Scott Chandler.
Come here often?
And General Hospital fans can now catch Tristan Rogers on The Young and the Restless.
That's a bonus.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Come in. Oh, Dr. Bullock, what can I do for you?
I'd like you to stay away from my wife.
That's a little difficult, isn't it? Since as head of the department, I work with her almost every day.
Now, I want you to leave her alone. You know what I'm talking about.
May I ask if you've consulted Nell about this?
I'm consulting you.
Well, to begin with, it's an impractical request that I've already explained, but beyond that, Nell doesn't have many friends in New York as yet, and I see no reason why I should break off my friendship with her because you say so.
Now, I'd like to be reasonable about this, but see, I can't overlook the fact that you're paying just too much attention to my wife.
You talk about Nell as though she were a car that you'd bought and paid for.
Dr. Coleridge, no, I'm really trying very hard to be reasonable. I understand that when Nell came back to New York, she may have given you the impression that we were over.
Yes.
She may have even given you the impression that our marriage was no longer valid.
As a matter of fact, she did, in almost precisely those words.
Yeah, but didn't it occur to you that there was something a little strange in what she was saying?
No, it didn't.
Uh-huh.
No, not at all. She seems to know her own mind very well.
And you didn't think that maybe it was a little peculiar?
No, I did not. And even if I did, I don't think I'd like to discuss it with you. Dr. Bullock, aren't you in the wrong office? If you want to say something to Nell, say it to her.
So you're gonna duck in a hole and hide, huh? You're not gonna talk to me about Nell, all right? Let me tell you something. Now, if you continue to see my wife, you're gonna answer to me.
I'll go on seeing Nell socially as long as she wants to.
That's not very smart.
And as far as seeing her professionally, I don't see what you can do about it. It's my job to supervise her work in my department. And that's precisely what I intend to do. Come in.
Dr. Coleridge, would you come take a look at Nick Szabo? He seems to have re-injured his back.
Right away. Thanks, Clem. Well, if you want to wait, make yourself at home. But I must tell you, I don't think we can resolve this matter to your satisfaction.
No? I wouldn't count on that. Hello, operator. Yes, give me Marshall Westheimer, please.
Marshal Westheimer.
Marshal, it's Seneca.
Yes, Seneca. What can I do for you?
About that job I'm to have at the hospital, I've made a decision.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You said once that the job I ought to have is chief of neurology. Well, I've been thinking about that, Marshal, and you're right, and that's the job I want.
Seneca, hang on a minute. You may remember that job has been more or less promised to Dr. Coleridge. He's already acting head of the department.
He has been given a temporary position. He has not been assigned permanently. That means the job is still open, and I want it. I won't settle for anything less, Marshal.
But look, Seneca, now you understand...
Now, I don't want any buts, and I don't want any look. It's the right job. I've got the credentials. Now, you said we work out a suitable position. Neurology is suitable. Work it out.
Seneca, could we have lunch about this?
Marshal, either give me the job I want, or you go to your search committee and you tell them that I've gone elsewhere. Because neurology is the only position that fulfills my requirements.
The only position. May I ask why?
Because Nell reports to the chief of neurology. Well, what about it?
I'll see to it.
Thank you.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet.
Santa baby forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. No, I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight.
Attention parents and grandparents of young children. Have you received this special notice from Gerber Life? If not, you're urged to call this toll-free number now because Gerber Life is accepting applications for their affordable grow-up plan. It's easy to help your child get off to a good financial start for just pennies a day. Free information will be sent to parents and grandparents who call now. Or you can apply right now over the phone if you'd like. The Grow Up Plan gives your child $10,000 in whole life insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Later on, your child can buy more, up to $100,000 in total protection, regardless of their health or job, 10 times the original amount. The Grow Up Plan also builds cash value over time that you can borrow from later. Help give your child a head start for just pennies a day. Don't wait. Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-273-3163. Help give your child the financial head start they deserve. Call now for your free information.
This marriage is a farce.
Now that she's an Abbott,
I'm joining Abby in her lawsuit.
let the battle begin.
We're going to war.
The Young and the Restless, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.
This week, 2 couples and 2 exes with threats. His ex is back,
I want to know what she's doing here.
I need you, Jake.
and his ex has a surprise.
Ryan and Greeley just got back together, and I'm pregnant. You're gonna tell him, right?
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Dr. Tom?
It's time, Erica. Choose a door. This is the next phase of your journey as a patient.
We're all patients of his. He didn't tell you? I wanted to think that I was the only one.
This is my past, my regret.
Do not dwell in the past.
Leo! I just want to know why it all fell apart.
Do not dream of the future.
9 years from now, something awful is going to happen here.
Am I dead?
Concentrate the mind on the present moment.
Oh my God. What if I made a mistake? I told you that I was ready, and I'm sorry, but I'm not.
An original primetime drama.
You get one life, and it's not about how long or short it is.
It's what you do with it.
Being Erica. New season premiere Wednesday, January 26th at 11 on SoapNet.
You have a lovely office.
Hello, Delia.
You know, it really is a shame, though. It's not closer to Frank's room.
Delia, did you come looking for me to have an argument about Frank?
No.
Because if you did, I'll tell you right now, I am not in the mood to be scolded by you. I've heard enough about you being the injured wife and me being the other woman.
You know, Frank always told me one thing. A lawyer should never jump to conclusions. You know, St. Jill, I wasn't even going to mention the fact that you're chasing my husband.
What do you want, Dee?
Well, there are lots of things that Frank wants to do, and he can't do them. So I'm going to do them for him.
I see.
You know, he's got this terrible ordeal in front of him, and I just want to help in every way that I can.
I'm sure you will.
It's about the $6,500 Frank was carrying, you know, on the day of the accident.
What about it?
Well, Jill, maybe you know more about this than I do. Now, since the nurse found the money and took the money out of Frank's coat pocket and put it aside for safekeeping, does that mean that the hospital is responsible for keeping the money safe? Do I have that right?
I think there's some hospital liability involved.
Does that mean yes?
It does.
Good, good. Because we don't have a lot of money. You know, Frank's not from a rich family. And neither am I.
I know that, Dee.
You know, Frank saved all that money from the time that he was a policeman. So if the hospital lets somebody steal that money, well, I think they should make good for it.
Delia, look, if you like, I will put in a claim on Frank's behalf. It may take a while, but the $6,500 Frank will probably get back. Have you discussed this with him?
No. No, it's going to be a surprise. You see, Frank doesn't think I'm any help where money's concerned.
Oh?
You know, I'm going to try to do more for him. I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm going to be a full-time wife.
Is that for yourself, Delia, or for Frank?
It's for Frank. You know, I don't know if you can understand this at all. But Frank and I stood up together in church, and we took vows. Now, I have a baby who needs a father as well as a mother. So, if you ask me, do I want him? Well, the answer is yes. For me and for little John. And I am going to be such a good wife, he's never going to want to leave me.
Delia, all I want is what's best for Frank.
You think you're better for him than I am, don't you?
Oh, I think that's for Frank to decide.
Well, maybe I have something to say about that also.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do.
You know, Frank and I have been doing a lot of talking about you. And I've been thinking that it really isn't good for you not to see Frank. So, you can see him when you want to.
That's very generous of you.
Only when I'm not around. You know, I really think it would upset him if both of us were in the room together.
Of course.
And it really isn't going to be very easy for you, because I'm going to be there a lot.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to start doing a lot of things for Frank that I've never done before. He's going to be very surprised. In fact, you're both going to be very surprised.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.